Hi, Eugenia. Thank you for joining me for this short video. Just want to talk a bit about financial independence today, because that is really one of the key things that drive me every single day, is how to take better charge of my financial independence and how to help people to achieve the same. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the share of the screen here. I want to point out to you a few things, and I'm just going to talk about three brief principles about achieving financial independence, about making sure that you are set up for your future. How do you invest? How do you look for the right kind of investments? What is the key thing you need to look for? Now, one thing that might come to mind in most people's minds is returns. Something with a proper return, something that offers good yields. Now, I'll show to you now why good yields are in today's world really not that lucrative anymore, and that's why we need to think outside the box. But I want to challenge that principle. I think the first principle is not looking for good yields. The first principle is, in fact, preserving your wealth. So in which instruments do I place my currency, my hard-earned currency, my hard-earned savings, to protect it against the devaluing effects of inflation? And as you all know, inflation is just getting higher and higher. Central banks are printing more and more and more currency. These go into financial markets, but they also find their way into Main Street, and that is where prices get pushed up. The more currency gets into circulation, the less the value of that currency. So we need to firstly preserve our wealth, park it in instruments that will preserve our wealth and that will fight against inflation. Then we need to look for, how do we grow our wealth? How do we achieve yields, the best yields possible, the best returns? How do we make profits? For instance, when we have a business, we set up a business of some sort. So we need to then grow our wealth. And then thirdly, after we've put those two things in place, we've preserved our wealth, we've created income streams or yields. And thirdly, we need to diversify to make sure that we can weather the storms that may come our way. Diversification is always good into uncorrelated assets. So if one class of asset falls in value, one wants to have a portion of your portfolio also in a class of asset that is uncorrelated to that first class, so that it can protect you against the downturns in the market. So I'm just going to quickly show you a couple of things here on a couple of charts. I'm going to do a new share, and I'm going to just move to, let us see, where are we now? Okay, there we are. And I'm going to share that. Right, so if we look at the monetary base, this is the gold to monetary base ratio. As you all know, up until 1971, or most people will know, up until 71, gold was the basis, the backing for currency. So if new currency was issued, there was supposed to be gold in the vaults that backed that. Of course, now we don't have that anymore. So currency gets issued more and more and more and more and more. So the ratio of gold to the monetary base is currently, as we're sitting here, this was like beginning of 2020, it was about 0.4. So you can see, as this ratio falls, this means that there's more currency available for the gold that there is in the world. So that means currency gets devalued when compared to gold. Let's have a look at interest rates. So this is the Fed funds rate in the United States over the past 70 years or so, but let me just look at it for you here over the past 25 years or so. As you can see, the rates sometimes get raised, but then they eventually come down again. And look at this steep drop here that we've seen. So when you watch this video, the rates might be in a different place. Now they're about at zero. So if the interest rates in the United States, and if we go to the South African rates as well, they've declined from 6.25% in 2015 to 4.25% in 2020. So even in South Africa and in most other countries, you will see that interest rates keep dropping. Since 2008, it's just gone down. So how do you save your currency, your hard-earned savings, to earn an income, to earn a yield? That is getting more and more difficult. So firstly, I'm preserving my wealth through investing or through saving in real money like gold, like even silver and Bitcoin, specifically gold. It is God's money. It preserves its value over time. It's proven that as well. And what I'm going to do is just going to do a new share again. I'm going to go back here. And how do you earn returns? So more and more the case for alternative kind of business models, for instance, network marketing or affiliate marketing becomes more prudent, becomes more lucrative, because there really isn't a cap on the kind of earnings that you make through a proper networking business. And this is a place where, just to raise a few points, and I'm going to just go back here to the slideshow. So a few points. You need to look for opportunities in life where you can start a business with significant upside potential, but with a small investment. Obviously, your investment relates to your risk. And the smaller the investment when you start a business, the smaller your risk. So, but again, when you have a network marketing business, for instance, that you are an affiliate in, you can manage the risk because you can manage your efforts. You can manage your consistency, whether you will continuously do consistent actions on a day-by-day basis in order to achieve the kind of results that go hand in hand with those. So you can actually manage your risk. You've got a small investment and you've got a risk that you can manage because it's entirely in your hands how that business performs. You can grow and succeed your investment with skills which are easy to learn, which any person can learn. And that is why an industry such as network marketing is growing so fast and it's becoming an industry that makes more millionaires than any other, because every person is able to learn those skills that help them succeed in a business such as this. And also opportunities where you're not alone, where you can share in success with a team with the same goal as yours. So when one person in the team does well, so does the other people, so do the other people in the team. So we all benefit of the effect of leveraging of one another's efforts. So the key when I look at investing funds is, what is the risk that I'm attaching to those funds? So what is my ability to control the outcome? Because in a normal investment environment, I have no ability to control the outcome. It's entirely up to the market and up to manipulation even, and up to Fed money printing, etc. But when I look for an investment that helps me to manage my risk and to control the outcome, then that is the kind of space that I want to be in. So yeah, this is the message of today, is just those key principles in managing my own financial independence, and then just testing you and just challenging you a bit, stretching your mind a bit as to why something like network and affiliate marketing could be so lucrative. Feel free to have a look at the links below and join us again for the next video. Thank you very much for joining, and I'll see you again soon.